200. God, I can't even hold the camera straight. 252 on the transmission. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel with the Trail Boss. Oh my gosh, he's looking good today. So here we are at the beginning of Midnight Mine Road. This goes up the backside of Aspen Mountain in Colorado. We've done this before with the black truck, but I figured it's time to take the Trail Boss up this. So first things first, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is a 2021 Silverado Custom Trail Boss, 4-inch lift, 34.5 by 11.3 wide tires, pretty much 35s, Goodyear Wrangler Ultra Terrains. And this trail is not hard at all, but it is a trail, and this is a Trail Boss. So I did quote unquote air these tires down. I usually run them around 40. I brought them down to 33 cold, which warmed up to be 35. That's not really aired down for off-road. Primarily, one, I really don't want to damage the new rims, and I know 35 isn't going to affect that in any way, shape, or form, but I'd also like to leave them at a soft PSI for daily driving as well. So I think 33 cold is right there in the sweet spot. Obviously 20-inch wheels are not ideal for off-roading, but we do have a very, very thick tire on here, so I'm not super worried. But just in case, I don't want to bring them down to like 20 or something and end up bending a rim, because that would be a sad day. So we're going to start you off inside. I know this is not the ideal view. We'll put you on the outside eventually, but I just want to talk about some of the things in this truck. So let's go ahead and get her started. 35 PSI all around on the tire pressure monitor. I'm going to be running in two-wheel drive, but I also want to reset my trip meter. Let's see what fuel economy we're getting. Truck says currently 15.6, so we'll see what we get off-road. I'm going to put it in first gear to kind of lock it in the lock the torque converter there. And transmission temperature is at 183 right now, just getting out here, so I don't have a off-road page on this truck like I did on the black one, so I can't tell you what incline it is, but it is pretty steep, and like I said, pretty darn easy. I think we can grab second gear here. Let's get her going. So this truck, if you've just now found my channel, like I said, 2021 Silverado Custom Trail Boss Z71. What makes this truck off-road worthy from the factory is a 2-inch lift. Comes with Goodyear Wranglers from the factory as well. A G80 auto-locking rear locker, so it's pretty much, once it senses slip, it'll lock itself up in the back. And red tow hooks. So factory, that's the off-road capability. Obviously 4x4 lower range transfer case. I didn't know until I went shopping for this truck, because my last one was the 2001, that they, hold on, let me move some stuff here so it's not jingling. I didn't know that they don't offer, or that like a single speed transfer case is a thing these days. So anyway, 2-speed transfer case, so I have 4 high and 4 low. Red tow hooks, and that's that. So as far as what I've done, obviously I put another 2 inches of lift on top of it. That allows me to run pretty much 35-inch tires. The next set of tires I get for this truck will be true 35 1250s. These are 34.5s by 11.3s. Goodyear Ultra Terrain AT. So good for grip. So look at this. This is interesting and not great. Engine coolant temp is going above 210. It's not even that hot of a day. It's 75 degrees out. We're in 4 low here, locked in second gear. 226 on the transmission. This is really not a hard trail at all. But we're going above the 210 right now. So Interesting. Keep you posted. All right, so that engine temp has not returned to normal and the transmission is at 244 degrees. Once again, this is not a hard trail at all. This is just kind of a steep mountain road and it's 75 degrees out. Yeah, this is not good. This kind of sucks. 200. God, I can't even hold the camera straight. 252 on the transmission. Engine coolant went back to normal, but goodness gracious, that is, oh, this is bad. All right, y'all, so we made it to the top here. I took some clips on the iPhone. This is terrible. I'm gonna talk to the service advisor when I get back into service, but it maxed out at 253 degrees on the transmission, and my engine coolant temp was above that for a while. So, yikes. I'm letting the truck idle in neutral right now because I think that circulates transmission fluid without it being in gear. I had to deal with this on the silver truck because that transmission got real hot. But what? I was in 4 low for most of that, locked in second gear, which should be good. Once it hit like 240, I just put it into drive to let it do its own thing, and that didn't help. And then I locked it back in second there, tried to keep the RPMs up. I genuinely don't know, but that is not good. It's coming down very slowly, but 253 degrees on a Trail Boss off-road truck, yikes. All right, so apparently we have service here. We're kind of close-ish to town, so let's do it. Call Mountain Chevrolet. Call Chevrolet Grand Junction.
Should I call Ed Bozer?
Yes.
Chevrolet Buick near Highway 6 on 50 Grand Junction?
Yes. Why do you sound? Yes. All right, new title of this video is totally failing at using Siri. Good Lord.
Okay, thanks for holding.
Yep.
But, yeah, so you might want to bring it into the dealer as soon as possible. Pull over and make sure that it cools off, and then optimal temperature, you want to 210 to the engine temperature. That's what it should be. 255 sounds like they're running a little bit hot.
Okay. Is it going to need a transmission change then, or a transmission fluid change?
I don't know. We won't know until we diagnose it, until we take a look at it.
Okay. What's the, if you know off the top of your head, what's the max temp that it can run at before it'll start giving me a warning at least? Is it like 280 or something?
That's already running it hot. If you're running already at that, you want to stop and cool it down.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me take a look at my schedule here, and then we'll be in touch in terms of getting it serviced.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
So, not even kidding you, my GoPro overheated too. That's why I cut out there out of nowhere. I realized I wasn't even recording because it said camera too hot, shutting down. So, great day for all the stuff that I own. Goodness gracious. He said, yeah, I mean, you heard, bring it in as soon as possible. Obviously 255 is hot, and like I said previously, 210 is the typical temperature of it. So yeah, that's not great. I'm gonna try and call the local dealership one more time here. Let's see.
Buying a certified Rio.
Ed Bozer Service, this is Brian. How may I assist you?
Hi Brian, I got a general question for you. I have a 2021 Silverado Trail Boss 1500, and I just had it off-road for a little bit, and the transmission hit 255 degrees. I'm just wondering if that's at all normal.
It can be normal for that. It can be normal for that. You didn't get a transmission overheating message that kicked on?
I didn't. I was just monitoring it, and I saw, you know, I know it usually runs at around 185 on this truck, and I figured that was, you know, if
Yeah, if it's doing a lot of uphill climbing, off-roading, lower gears, it can get that hot, yes.
At what point?
As long as you're not getting, I think transmission overheating is around I think it's right around 275.
Okay.
And you would get a warning light that says transmission hot, stop driving.
Okay. These trucks have an auxiliary transmission cooler, or is it just running through the radiator?
It just depends on which model you have, and if you have the towing package hooked up or that came with it, then yes, it has an auxiliary cooler. If you do not, then oh wait, no, every single one, I apologize, has a internal cooler to it, but some of them have auxiliary, some of them just have the cooler inside the radiator. Gotcha. So I don't know if that answers your question 100%, but yes and no.
Okay. All right. I appreciate your information. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you.
Bye.
All right. So that was his answer. Switching back into two-wheel drive. Yeah. It's always hit and miss with the technicians that you talk to. You know, some will be like, oh, like you're fine. Some will be like, oh, bring it in immediately. So still not satisfied with it. Really not happy with that happening. We'll see what the local dealership says here when I get it down there tomorrow. But where are you going, son? Need to kind of squeeze on through here. We'll see what they say tomorrow. But regardless, I'm still not very pleased with that. So now it's the end of the video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.